Your tour of the most stunning natural places in Slovakia begins with an unusual walk through Sucha Bela, a gorge located in the Slovak Paradise National Park. The trek consists of wooden bridges which make the otherwise challenging surface accessible. Be careful not to lose your footing. They can be tricky to walk on. If you look down, you will be lucky enough to see the rare fire salamander making its way up the fallen tree. Since this little guy usually prefers to hide in fallen leaves and stay out of sight, it's special to witness it in its natural habitat. This is where the tour gets exciting. The platforms and ladders in front of you make it possible to climb the cliff and discover what lies beyond. The way leading to these picturesque waterfalls was paved by a group of pioneers of modern hiking in 1900 and 1908. This bridge crosses the river Hornat, the largest stream in the Slovak Paradise. The river cuts through the gorge, and then it continues to flow all the way to Hungary. What comes up must come down, and down the path you should hold on to the metal railings for safety. The peaceful river flowing beneath you is home to a large number of fish, such as a rare species called the Danube salmon. Right off the bat, you are greeted with the most magnificent view of the second largest mountain lake in Slovakia. Due to its glacial origin, it was used for ice mining in the 19th century. The ice mined here was distributed all around Europe. One of the main tourist attractions near Old Smokovitz are Cold Creek Waterfalls. They offer a breathtaking sight as the gushing force of nature flows down a stair-like path. The water falls to a depth of 65 feet down onto the rocks. A different point of view reveals the Upper Giant Waterfall. It's one of many cascading brooks, including the hidden waterfalls and the unreachable waterfalls of artists. The beautiful scenery is only slightly ruined by the look of the trees, a reminder of the 2004 calamity, during which strong winds damaged more than 29,000 acres of the protected forest. Luckily, the reforestation and natural recovery of the woods has progressed a great deal since the calamity destroyed the fauna and flora of High Tetras. The resilience of the work done by nature itself is remarkable, and the newly grown trees provide a much-needed refuge from the mountain sun. We continue our trip on the stone-paved trail leading through the small cold valley. The snow-covered U-shaped mountain formation rising in front of us is called Little Saddle, or Zadialeska in Slovak. The mountains to the right and left of the Little Saddle are simply a sight to behold. Mountain carriers used to deliver food, equipment, and other necessities to mountain cabins, which could not be reached by other means of transportation. While they were replaced by cable cars in most areas, they are still essential in High Tetras. Teddy Cottage, that stands on the top of the small cold valley, is a vivid example of the mountain carrier's work who climb the trail daily to supply the cottage with food and drinks. Edmund Teddy, a 19th century doctor and avid mountain climber, initiated its construction. After its completion, it became a cottage with the highest location in the Kingdom of Hungary. Traveling away from the snow-capped mountains of High Tetras, the next hiking trail leads across Pretne Salatin in western Tetras. The hike can be challenging, as there is no place where you can stop to eat or get a glass of kofola, a tourist favorite soda produced in the neighboring Czech Republic. An easier option is to reach the mountain by cable cars. Sivi Vreh Mountain might not be the highest one to climb, but the nature and magnificent sights make up for it. Taken straight out from a fairy tale, the greenery here is made up of 500 different plant species, some of which don't grow anywhere else in Slovakia. Yet another environmental wonder are the limestone rock formations known as Radové Skaly, or Rock City. Hikers can find several chains for support whilst climbing up and down the trail, as they need to use their hands to conquer the Western Tetras. Although Western Tetras are not as high or as popular as High Tetras, some argue they are a much more interesting part of Tatra National Park. For example, because of the number of glacial lakes that never dry out. The area is definitely less crowded and offers easier trails. Located in the Slovak Karst National Park, Zadialeska Gorge is the deepest gorge in Slovakia. It was created by an intense erosive activity of the Blatnica stream, and it's around 1,000 feet deep and 2 miles long. The panoramic views are spectacular, and it's no wonder that the cliffs lining the gorge are popular among rock climbers. The various rock structures also hide a system of 120 caves. The high waterfalls are one of many Slovak karst's gems. Here, the highest degree of nature's protection comes into place, and hikers can't leave the pre-signed path so as not to disturb the rare flora. Manafatra mountain range is located in the northwest part of central Slovakia. There are many sights worth seeing, and one cannot forget about the Slovak version of Robin Hood, called Janosik, who was said to be born in a village nearby. Clack Mountain is attractive to both locals and tourists for its reachability and the platform on the top, which offers views of the whole region. The cross is a prominent symbol in Slovakia's coat of arms, and here it also marks the highest peak of the mountain. Sulov Rocks hides many treasures such as the ruins of Sulov Castle and a rock formation called the Gothic Gate. The strange rocks were formed by material building up during the Paleogene geologic period, when the area was nothing but sea. Though the sea is long gone, our tour ends with a gaze at the green hills it has left behind.